Welcome back to another session of Next Level Mondays. My friends, you know that a lot of what I share on this video, on my YouTube videos, on my podcast is personal experiences that I have learned, that I am learning, that I go through each and every day. And today is no different. A few weeks ago, maybe even just last week, I shared how to backwards engineer your goals. And I was sharing, the new schedule I developed for myself now that the kids are back in school and now that I really want to work on getting a whole bunch done before the end of 2020. And I have an admission for you. Sometimes we expect too much of ourselves. I was in this grand thought that, okay, the kids are in school. I know I have from 8:30 to 3:30 every day to get stuff done. And I can set a schedule in place that nobody else is going to interrupt. I was wrong. And I know that so many other people sometimes think this as well. They think, okay, I'm going to nail out every single minute of my day and I'm going to get all this stuff done and everything's going to be perfect. Please don't plan for perfection. You're not perfect. You're imperfectly perfect, as am I, as is everybody else on this planet. And every single day I go forth with the best intentions, but things happen. I get amazing phone calls from amazing friends, and we ended up brainstorming for hours and we weren't planning on it. Was that on my schedule? No. And some could say that it's a squirrel, but I would like to say that it was as it was supposed to be. Or just in the last couple days, my daughter was sent home sick from school. They thought that she was showing signs of COVID. It was actually just a stomach bug, but that involved taking time out of the day to go to the doctor and get the note that she could go back to school this morning. Things happen. Back in 2015, 2016, I was getting so frustrated because I was working 20, 22 hours a day. Yes, I was sleeping 2 to 4 hours a day. But I was looking at people on social media thinking, why aren't I having the same type of success as they are? And I want to share one of the funniest examples looking back. One of the people that I was idolizing had 3 children and also had a nanny for each one. When it came to doing the shopping and the schooling and the bathing of the kids and the cooking for the family, she had people in place for all of that. So she was able to focus on her work and the kids weren't pulling. Does that mean that there was never any bloopers? That there was never any interruption in her day? Absolutely not. But I was comparing myself with 5 kids and no nanny to somebody with 3 kids and 3 nannies. How was that being fair to myself, right? And then there's somebody, I was thinking about this, and I wasn't thinking poorly on myself, but I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts, the Gold Digger podcast with Jenna Kutcher, and she was sharing I'm behind a few episodes. I just need to share that. She was sharing her 2019 year in review and sharing the money that she's made. I think it was 2019. Yeah. And she was talking about how in 2019 she had brought in something like $8 million. And then it had taken 5 years to get to that point. And I was talking to my friend Richie and I said, hey, I'm giving myself 5 years from now to get that into place. And he's like, why, Kim? You already have so much set up. And I know $8 million might seem huge. I remember back in 2012 looking at virtual assistants, and I no longer do virtual assistant work, but looking at virtual assistants who were charging $40 an hour and thinking, where do they get off charging that much? That's a whole ton of money. I didn't know I would be here. I didn't know I would have the expertise that I have now. But the possibilities are endless. And I'm giving myself 5 years now to get to $8 million. But to go back to my conversation with Richie, he says, you have so much set up. I said, yeah, but here's the difference. In those 5 years that it took Jenna to get to $8 million, she didn't have kids, and I have 5. And I'm no longer willing to sacrifice time with the family to get there. So I have to work that time in. I'm not going to expect myself to hit these massive goals really fast. I don't think that's fair to me. I don't think it's fair to you. I'm not going to expect myself to stay to some concrete schedule when it's just going to add further stress to myself. And if you saw it a couple weeks ago, I showed you how I laid out every single minute of the day. I'm throwing that out. I'm going back to my good, better, best goals, and that's what I'm going to aim to achieve every single day. I have my good, I have my better, and I have my best. And I'm going to be happy. There's a cat climbing into a box. I will be happy with what I get done. My goal is going to be going for good. I will be amazed if I do the good, better, best, the better and the best. And I want you to be happy with the same as well. We can get where we want to go if we keep on taking consistent action. Consistency is my struggle right now, and I'm not going to be consistent when I stick to a ridiculous, over-planned schedule when there's life happening around me, when there's clients who have big opportunities come up and I need to go set up something behind the scenes, when I have great friends who call, when I have sick kids, when I'm hungry and I haven't even planned for time to get something to eat or coffee, or I wasn't even allowing in time for restroom breaks or go say hi to my husband. We're in the same house. There's no reason why we should be apart for 10 hours a day, right? So stop expecting too much of yourself. Give yourself good, better, best goals, and let's see where we wind up at the end of this year. Go for good and be thrilled with better. Well, be thrilled with good, but go for good. I would love to support you in reaching the next level in your business. And along with my good, better, best goals, I also have my next level weekly tracking sheet. I view my business as a game. I am a gamer, if you haven't already heard that. I view my business as a game. I track actions that I take on a daily basis, and I give myself experience points. And my goal is to hit a certain number of points every week. But if you want a copy of my tracker, type NLM down below if you're on Facebook, or go to Next Level Tracker. Let me just make sure that that's the right URL. nextleveltracker.com. I just want to make sure I'm giving you the right URL. It's been a while since I shared it. nextleveltracker.com. You can sign up for that spreadsheet, and I would love to see you reach the next level of your business. I consider myself a level 1 entrepreneur now because I've hit my weekly goal experience points once since I started this tracker, but I want to hit entrepreneur level 2. And I'd love to hear where you are on this journey. So again, if you're on Facebook, type NLM down below. Anywhere else, type in nextleveltracker.com and let me know what you think. I'll be back on Wednesday with my next session of Work Smarter, Not Harder Wednesdays. But any other time, you are welcome to find me on YouTube at 11 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, for another session of Kim Bits. Now, with all this said, go forth and make it a positive and a productive day.